Hello, I'm here with Angela today, who's crocheting at the craft market. So Angela, oh, I can't believe it. So, what do you do at the craft market?
Well, since July, I've been the crochet blanket person, and I was employed to do, well, not employed, chosen to do blankets and hot water bottles. And I've also expanded now. I've got a selection of cowls, some bags and some face scrubbies. So I'm looking forward to doing even more things, but I love crocheting.
What motivated you to start the crocheting?
Well, I used to do an awful lot of knitting and crocheting for my daughters, my grandma taught me to knit when I was 7, so I've been doing that for over 50 years, but I started crocheting about 10 years ago because I wanted to make my daughter and son-in-law a big crochet blanket for their wedding present. So I taught myself to crochet, and now I actually prefer it. There was an outlet in the shop for crochet blanket person, and I jumped at it. So.
And what do you enjoy when crocheting?
It takes my mind off life. You can just sort of sit there and drift away, and it's a wonderful hobby. For anybody who suffers with mental health issues, just being able to pick up a crochet hook, some wool and start, it's great. It's really mindful, and I would recommend it to anyone.
Okay. What material have you been using for the past 10 years or so?
Well, I'm particularly fond of Rowan wool, but this is all in Rowan tweed. They've been going since the late 1970s, and I'm doing a plug for them here. They should pay me for it, shouldn't they? I should. They do a sort of twice yearly magazine, and I have to say I have collected every single magazine, and we're on number 76, I think. But their wool, it's made in Holmfirth in Yorkshire, and it's really, really good quality. So I tend to use theirs when I can. It means that unfortunately my prices are a bit higher because it costs more to buy that quality product than it would do to buy acrylic, for example. Sometimes I do things in acrylic so that I can have a lower price for people who either prefer not to have wool or would prefer something a little bit cheaper. But my face scrubbies, these are all cotton, and I'm using organic cotton when I can. And these are all eco-friendly and can be washed and reused. So they've just come on the market, and I'm hoping that they're going to be a good seller.
And what do you like since you started the business, what have you liked when doing crocheting?
Well, it's really a hobby, but what I really like is I'm part of the volunteer team in the shop, and I'm an ex-teacher myself. I love talking, and therefore I really, really enjoy being part of the shop team and meeting customers and hearing stories of theirs and what their interests are, and just getting out and about. It's great.
Okay. So what do you have to say about the 10 years anniversary coming up on the Alford Craft Market?
I think it's wonderful. I think the fact that they've actually been going 50 years as a whole idea, if you like, because it was started 50 years ago last year, with the craft market itself, and the shop is sort of a byproduct of that, and that's been going for 10 years. But I think it's wonderful. I think that it's like a cooperative, and everybody there's got their own story. People do it as a business. I don't do it as a business. I do it as a hobby more than anything else, because I'm actually retired, it's really, really nice. It's really good to have such a good shop in the town, and people come in and ask me tips about crocheting. I'd love to start teaching classes. That's something that I've not done yet because it's fairly early on, but it's just great. whole thing. Met some lovely people, and Kate is fantastic. It's fantastic, whole thing, really good.